Above and beyond everything else, there are three main factors that every home buyer wants when they are looking for a house. The 3G: good location, good price, and good condition. There are many ways a buyer finds these 3Gs, and we're going to give you some tips on how to sell your home quickly by knowing what the buyer wants. Most buyers want a home in a financially stable neighborhood. They realize that location will always be a major factor when selling a home, so even if they have the slightest inkling they're going to be selling their house at some point, they want to be sure that it's in a location that won't be hard to sell in 10 years down the line. While nobody has a crystal ball to tell them for sure that a neighborhood will maintain stability, you can guess fairly well if there's any chance or indication that it could go downhill. The bad part about this is that if a home is already in a nice, stable neighborhood, a buyer is going to want the house for a steal. In today's market, they're already getting just about the rock bottom prices, but they're going to be looking at about as low as most sellers want or can go at this point in time as it is. The final sale price will be the biggest debate when a buyer finds a home in a location that's probably going to remain stable. But as a seller, you will have to hold strong, and they will have to realize that today's market is already offering rock bottom prices. There's something that many realtors refer to as the walk score of a home. The walk score basically is the score of how well within walking distance the home is of many amenities that people like to be around. Things like coffee shops, mass transit lines, small stores, and even churches are all positive points towards the walk score of your home. The walk score is often very important in larger cities where people from the baby boomer generation are moving to because they no longer want to drive everywhere else. The walk score is also important to the younger generation as they prefer to be close by places they hang out with friends. This can include anything from bookstores, coffee shops, pubs and bars, to gyms and cafes, and as an extra bonus, mass transit if they don't have their own wheel. A house with a good walk score will sell quickly and more easily. You can't move your home closer to amenities, but you can make sure buyers know what's nearby. While putting in a bath is obviously not worthy of the cost versus the return on your cost, if you ever have a half bath, that always gives a potential buyer the idea that they can add on to that bathroom if ever needed. Obviously, hanging a multi-purpose room that can later serve as a bedroom is a definite plus. Others like the idea of a first floor bedroom and bathroom for later in the future, but want to be able to utilize that room for now as a den, office, craft room, or any other multi-purpose room. This is the ideal situation to have, a room that can currently be used as a multi-purpose room, but if needed, turned into a first floor bedroom. In worst case scenarios, people will consider putting in a bathroom at some point if it's absolutely needed later in life. Younger buyers, considering aging parents that may end up living with them and need a first floor bedroom or bathroom, usually consider this option. The reality is that most people want homes in move-in condition. Sure, everyone loves watching those shows on the home networks where you get a great deal and do some work yourself and end up with a beautiful home along with the satisfaction of doing your work. The truth is, most people don't have the time and often the skills to truly do the work they want. Hiring out repairs costs more money and therefore is usually not worth the cost, even on a discounted fixer-upper. Small fixes may be fine, but large repairs and makeovers simply are not in most people's reality checklist. You have a fixer-upper, you're going to have to sell it at an amazingly low price and market it to investors who like to flip or repair and rent. Your best bet as a seller is to do all of the major repairs on your home, including painting in neutral colors and replacing carpet or wood floors before you even put your house on the market. There will always be a market out there for luxury homes, but the reality is most people are leaning towards purchasing homes with functionality. They want homes that have extras that make their life easier, more functional, efficient, and more comfortable. Most buyers would prefer central air conditioning over a huge open and airy sunroom to enjoy a summer day in. Central air is much more functional and almost expected in nearly every area anymore. Other functional items people tend to look for include ceiling fans, new low-maintenance windows, and things like good insulation are more appealing than an extra luxurious master bedroom with a huge walk-in closet and high-end master bath. Remember, luxury updates can always be added on later. For now, functionality is more important to buyers. Square footage is no longer the big seller either. Sure, it's always great to have lots of room, but most people today lead extremely busy lives and don't have time to keep up a house that's thousands of square feet. Low maintenance sells in today's busy world. Downsizing, but with functionality, is a real seller. Utilizing a smaller space to its fullest is often a lot more appealing than having a ton of space to have to keep up. Big open living space is another thing that many buyers are looking for. While creating an open space may seem a little daunting to anyone who owns an older home, seeing the difference will immediately make you realize you made the right choice. Buyers today are looking for open floor plans in newer homes, and older homes can sometimes be opened up to appeal to the big open floor plans if desired. A well-lit home will attract buyers the minute they walk into your house. If you can't get natural lighting for a low enough cost, look into putting in some recessed lighting, spotlights, and extra fixtures that can illuminate the room to make it look bright and cheery. Take the time to find some discounted fixtures that are perhaps last year's model or the last one they have. While most people need sets of 2 or more, it fits your needs perfect by just putting in one. As long as the end result is lots of light and a bright and cheery feeling when the potential buyer walks in the room, you're going to benefit greatly from something as simple as a few extra light bulbs strategically placed. An excellent feature to put in for a fairly low cost is a high window just below the ceiling level that allows for both privacy and natural light to come in. The cost is generally fairly low, and that one window can create a whole new feeling into a room that will simply amaze you.